Hello guys and welcome back to the Lock Pod, Season 1. Only Season 1.
You'd hope so.
Episode 2. I'm outside again. I'm with Scott on FaceTime.
Hi.
How are you, mate?
Yes. I'm good. Been a long, hard day at work, you know.
Yeah?
And it's been quite stressful, you know, but we're here now.
What have you been doing? What sort of stuff have you been doing, mate?
Just the usual cutting of the tapes and that. I don't know how much I can get into it.
Yeah, probably not. But yeah.
Just editing.
Must be long,
you know.
Yeah. It's the edited life, mate. It's what you signed up for. So no, I've been working today. Bit of work. Got a video.
How is the new job?
Yeah, it's okay. I've done 2 videos so far, and I basically fixed a video that another editor forgot to include footage.
Right.
And I had to go in and because basically it's all done on Dropbox, so I had to download his project and basically source all of his project data. So it would link up with mine, and it was a bit long, but I managed to do it.
It does sound.
And the video is nearly on 1 million views on YouTube.
Well, there you go.
So it's a bit mad, to be honest.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I rendered it. Do you know what I mean? Rendered
You press that export button.
Yeah, man,
and that's got 1 million
pretty
views.
sick. It's pretty sick. I don't know why I'm wearing sunglasses, because it's not sunny and it's quite
not
cold.
even sunny. Yeah.
But I feel like as these weeks go on, I'm just getting worse and worse looking, and my skin is getting really bad because I'm drinking much more than I usually am. And but I've got this thing now. I'm drinking one of these a day. Nice. This is a 2.2 litre, half a gallon bottle of water.
I think that's bigger than the one I got, you know.
Yeah, it's the larger one.
Mate. Mine's 1.89 litres.
Yeah, 2.2, boy. Come on.
Again.
It is very big though. Some would say it relates to something else in terms of measuring, but no, it was good, like £6 or something, and it's bulk powders, the one that Joe Weller is signed up with. So I thought I was doing him a bit of a favour as well.
Let's shout out Joe Weller right now, because he needs the support.
He's actually banging, you know. I like his content and I love his podcast. So
waffling's great, isn't it?
Yeah, but if you don't know who Joe Weller is, he's a YouTuber, and he's doing bits at the moment, I think. So
if people know us and not Joe Weller, something's gone terribly wrong.
I'm speaking more to Uncle Dave, who listened to the whole episode last week.
Shout out Uncle Dave.
Oh, Uncle Dave, what a man!
Right, let's just dive straight into.
I've got a couple of talking points.
All right, go for it.
I just want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
I just ask a question, and you can.
It's what we're all about here, in the Lock Pod.
Did I tell you about Waitrose? Oh yeah, I did, didn't I?
The job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something funny happened on the interview. Did I tell you?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, that's something. It's quite funny.
Are you saving it for later?
Well,
Are you going to make people wait for it?
Well, I don't know if you want to. I feel like I interrupted your little start.
I mean, it was nothing too exciting. I just wanted to get your thoughts on the new episode of Tiger King.
Oh, right, yeah, okay, we can talk about that quickly. It was a bit naff, but I haven't seen the whole thing. I've still got 10 minutes left, but I thought it was going to be a bit more than just interviews. But then again, how can they do more than interviews?
It was just a bit of a BTEC Lock Pod, really, wasn't it?
Some would say it was basically a podcast.
We could have done that if we had access.
Yeah, if we had access to the right people, but
yeah.
No, it was okay. I haven't seen his interview yet, but the Joe Exotic's boyfriend or ex-boyfriend, and he's got a full set of teeth now and shit. That was crazy.
He's looking good.
Yeah,
he had glasses and everything.
Yeah. If you haven't seen Tiger King, go and watch it because it's very good. So,
what do you agree? So on the new episode, they describe it as the biggest documentary ever.
No, it's not the biggest documentary ever.
Is that what is?
I don't know, but it's not that. There are plenty bigger documentaries. It's just very trending.
But what documentaries have
There are like famous
sort of
documentaries.
created this sort of wave before. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess so, but I feel
There's
like
so much conversation around it.
But no, but the thing is, there's not. It's only because you're exposed to that world of other people watching it. I know loads of people that haven't seen it and don't care to. And so it's just that if you watch it and the people that you follow and listen to and like and all that sort of stuff watch it, then you're gonna think it's. I don't know. I don't think it's as big as everyone's making out. And I think the only reason why people think it's as big is because everyone's in isolation. This wouldn't have been as big if like I said, I wouldn't have watched it if I wasn't in lockdown.
Yeah, I think it's become so big because of timing.
Yeah, but it is one of the biggest. Don't get me wrong, it is one of the biggest.
Yeah.
I'm not playing it down. It's massive, but it's not the biggest in the world. I don't know. I feel like there's been other. There's been like Michael Jackson.
Finland.
That Michael Jackson documentary is bigger than this.
Do you think?
Yeah, 100%.
I feel like a lot of people avoided that though.
They avoided it, but it was still one of the biggest documentaries because it's one of the most controversial. It was definitely bigger than this, 100%. Everyone had at least seen it or were talking about it.
There was a lot of news about it. I guess.
Yeah, and that's just like off the top of my head. There's obviously ones that have probably been like happened a long time ago, but it just depends what you're into, I suppose. Because if you're not interested in anything like Michael Jackson or that, you won't think it's big. But I don't know.
Netflix made the documentary genre bigger than it was.
Yeah, I think so. Definitely, because it's definitely more digestible to watch a documentary than it is to watch a TV series at the moment, I think.
Yeah.
Because TV series, like, you have all the giants and that have been, like, obviously Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones finished, stuff like that, all those big ones. Walking Dead is just a bit shit. I've stopped watching that.
Peace.
So, like, there's no giant TV series anymore. You could say Stranger Things, but they're very, far and few between in terms of seasons.
Yeah.
So
it's not that like there's not where the whole world are in front of their TV waiting to see what happens in this show. Like that doesn't happen anymore, does it?
No, it doesn't. I think it did with Game of Thrones, but again, that's over.
Yeah.
And I think there's
probably
so many
documentaries.
It's just it's easier to make a documentary, and I think I enjoy documentaries more than series right now. Depending on
something about
it is.
it being real life. This actually happened.
Yeah, I like horror.
I think that's what I found so compelling about Tiger King. It was like a fantasy, like it's this made up story, but no, it this all happened.
Yeah, and it is the fact that it's real life, and when you watch that, and then you watch a film, it's sort of like, well, because when I watched Parasite, I was sort of like, well, what's the point, sort of thing. Like, what's the point in this?
I still haven't seen it.
It's all right. It's a really good film, but it's not. But I felt like, well, it's not based on something that's true. Like I know Joker wasn't based on a true story, but like Ford versus Ferrari was, and I really enjoyed that because it was a true story. And I just like I say, I like horror films, and like the best ones are when it's based on a true story. I think that's a common denominator when it comes to success. Is that if it's a great story, is that it's about history. So
I think real things being real is
definitely
a trend at the moment. I don't know what it is.
Well, look.
Should we move on?
Talking of real, we shouldn't blabber too much about TV series
because we touched on Tiger King last week as well, didn't we?
Yeah, exactly. So I've got a story, and I don't know how entertaining it is or how funny you might think it is, or because it was just really random, and this could I don't think it put me at risk. No one's going to see this from Waitrose, but basically we had to do. I had an interview for Waitrose to be a delivery driver, and I've got the job. And they're going to call me this week for an induction.
Oh, so you're still working there?
Yeah, I'm doing both jobs just to because this is only freelance and editing at the moment.
Right, yeah.
And it's Waitrose is only a fixed term contract, but it could be extended or whatever. But anyway, my point is that I had to go there and do like a driving assessment. So I did like a little one-on-one interview thing, and it was just basically him telling me or asking me, what dates I could do, what days of the week I could do to work. I told him, and he was like, okay, cool, let's photocopy your documents and let's get you on the road, because they don't want you, during this pandemic, they don't want to keep you about and,
of course,
catch you germs,
irresponsible,
basically.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah, so like he was really nice, this guy, and he was like quite an old man. He was quite, you know, tubby and jolly, and I was like, okay, like he's a cool guy. I don't mind driving with him. And then he introduced me to this like lady, and she's very nice. She was very nice, but she was quite small and quite chavvy.
Right, okay.
Like quite common, which is fine. Like, it's not derogatory to say that somebody's like that. Maybe chavvy's a bit horrible, but like, you know what I mean? Like, I do, mate. Right, no worries. You know what I mean? Get you in the van. You know what I mean? But she was very pleasant. She was nice, and so we got in, and we were just chatting, and it was very formal. And I was driving this Waitrose delivery van in Coulsdon, and it was quite easy to drive.
How did you feel driving the van?
I felt I was shitting it, but then I was like, you know what? It's just a big car in it, and then it was fine.
Did you feel so Money Supermarket? Like, did you have that sort of energy going through you?
What?
Just like, I'm driving this van. Like,
it did feel sick.
I don't know. Does it give you like this sense of power?
Well, at that time when I was driving, I was like, I'm a key worker, or I look like a key worker in this van. So when people see me, like
I'm
people,
a key worker.
People be like, oh, like he's, you know. I felt proud to be in the van because, you know, people were looking at you like, are you doing a service? I wasn't, but I'm about to be doing a service. Anyway, it felt good. I'd like to drive it. It was a nice van, and then like, because we were just very chatty, very informal, and I had like one hand on the wheel, forgetting it's a driving test. And she was like, how come you put two hands on the wheel instead of how come you put two hands on the wheel going downhill but only one when you're not? And I was like, oh, sorry, to be honest, I literally said, I don't know why I said this, but I was like, oh, I've just put two hands on the wheel there because I just forgot I've not been doing it, so I just thought I'd do it just to make it, whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like, I was basically just saying I'm doing it for the sake of it. And then she's like, well, this is a driving test, you should have two hands on the wheel. And I was like, oh, all right. Suddenly she's formal. So I put two hands on the wheel, and I was like, which is fair enough, it is a driving test, but none of it was like driving test up to that point. She just made it out like we're going for a cruise, because she was so like informal. Yeah. And then we get to like the high street, and there's like a chicken shop, and you know, like a classic high street, you should fucking food restaurant or whatever. Anyway, she's like, we go to pull out on this high street, and she just yells out the window, like to someone's name, like calling someone's name. And then like as I'm turning this corner, she's like yelling to him down the high street. We're getting closer and closer, and she's like, pull over here. So I had to pull over in a bus stop just before a 4-lane roundabout. Right? In this van, I'm trying to find the fucking hazard, you know. I'm sitting here, and like she's just chatting out the fucking window to her two mates, and one of them's got like a white plastic bag with a Sky HD box in it, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what is happening here? This is an interview. This is driving a test.
Outrageous.
And she's like, yeah, I've got a fucking, do you know what I mean? I'm a fucking mortgage. I'm like, I don't know. Just having a good old chat. And she's like, okay, mate, no worries. On you go. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? And yeah, that was it, basically. That's my story. I just thought it was quite funny. Like, I was...
Yeah. Well, imagine that happening.
That's happened to me of any interest in the past month.
That is pretty thrilling for quarantine, to be fair.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like, it was just a day out. It was a fun day out as well.
The most exciting thing that's happened to me.
Yeah. I've got another key like talking point, and it's just a general talking point. It's like, obviously you've been working, but like, what have you learned? Like, any skills that you've learned, or like, what have you been doing, or what have you found you like doing in isolation that you wouldn't normally think you could do? Or anything like you've been like, oh, okay, I've done this. Like, what have you done?
I've been trying to stay active and stay productive.
Okay.
But I'll try and do that anyway.
Yeah.
Where I work during the week, it doesn't really give me time to get bored. I feel like people are trying to learn new things and do new things.
You're lucky to be
bored.
Working, for sure.
But I don't really get the chance to, because when I'm not working, I've got something to watch, or I'll go on PlayStation, and that's still in my free time. So it's not like I'm getting bored of it. And then if I'm not doing that, I'm working on the channel, or whatever else.
Yeah, you've got a lot to do, to be fair. And like, although I've been doing a bit of work, like that's like maybe a few hours because these videos aren't that complex. You're doing like 4 days work, 5 days a week.
4 days a week.
4 days a week. That's crazy, man. So you haven't actually learned any new skills? Apart from your job? Like anything new from this?
Nothing new at all.
Well, that's interesting. Thanks for wasting my time. I'm joking. It's a joke.
I've learned how to run not on a treadmill. I guess I kind of knew how to do that.
Yeah, is that harder? I imagine it is.
In Biggin Hill, it is, yeah.
Yeah, because you say you run 5K and stuff, and I tried doing it on the treadmill, and I could do that on the treadmill, but like I don't know if I could do that on land. Although I ran a mile in like 11 minutes, and for me, I thought that was quite good. That's not that. Yeah. That's not that fast. I know it's really not that fast. But I don't run. Know. I play football maybe once a week before this.
I don't know what is good. I don't know.
It's average. I think it's average. I looked it up. And I think it said it was average. So yeah.
Well, I'm trying to think. Yeah. We'll go with average. You're average, Dan.
Yeah, I know I'm average. However, what isn't average is a new skill I've been working on. It's my bloody cookery skills, mate.
Right. That's something I should improve.
Yeah, and obviously when it comes to moving out, maybe in later on this year, I'm going to be cooking for myself all the time. I cook a banging poached egg, like actually mad. And poached egg, it's not easy to cook. It's like it's really not. And I've been doing a bit of research and stuff with Gordon Ramsay.
That's good friend.
Fucking awful. But he's got a lot of YouTube videos and stuff. Online, and I've just been following some tutorials and stuff. And like, it's my signature dish. Is a couple of poached eggs, lightly seasoned with salt and pepper. 3 grilled sausages, nice and juicy Cumberland sausages, with a little bit of parsley at the top.
Oh, yes.
Just a drop of ketchup, pushed around with a spoon. And
of course. Oh, you're making it gourmet.
Yeah,
you're making it gourmet.
That's what I mean. It's a gourmet sausage and egg
gourmet
breakfast.
Dish, wow.
And like when you break the poached egg and it all oozes out, you dip that sausage in the yolk. Mate, it's actually a madness.
See how excited you're getting just thinking about it.
I've been doing pancakes, American style pancakes.
So I prefer the traditional.
Nah, man, with
thin
maple
ones.
syrup. Oh, you're a pagan.
Okay.
No, but cooking, I've really been enjoying it actually.
Cooking something I really like. It's getting bad. My signature dish.
Go on.
Is just chicken thighs and rice.
Yeah, I mean it's not unhealthy.
And I can't have that right now because chicken thighs are always sold out.
Are they really?
Yeah. Well, the ones like I like the boneless ones. Yeah. And it's always got the bones. So I'm sort of, my dinner's changing day to day. But when I was going to like the gym most days, then I would just have chicken and rice for dinner.
Yeah.
And I'm quite content with that because food is more just something I do because I have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's bad, man. You should enjoy it. You should enjoy like.
No, I do. There are the dishes I enjoy it, but it's not like I'm not like a proper foodie.
I guess it's just like this time is making you want to do more stuff. So.
Yeah. No. There's parts of me that wish I didn't have a job in this time, so I could like go 100% on like passion projects.
Yeah. Yeah, but the thing is, it's good to have a balance. And the thing is, although like I'm not working as much as you and hardly as much as you, like at all, actually, a fraction. But like I'm getting like bored of the stuff that I don't want to get bored of because I'm doing it too much. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So normally I'd be like looking forward to doing it. I'm sort of like, oh, I kind of have to do this now because it's the only thing I have
Yes,
to do.
again.
And you're finding less enjoyment in the stuff that you actually are supposed to enjoy over time.
Well,
It's
I
not
can
very
tell you
healthy.
what skills I would learn if I did have the time.
Go for it, mate.
I would learn how to make beats.
Would you really?
Yeah, that's something I want to learn.
Why don't you do it then?
Because I've only got weekends to do it, and then
So?
I spend the weekends to like work on videos for the channel.
Yeah, but you can always just drop in and like maybe just do an hour and like just learn how to you learn a software for like a bit of like an hour, make some notes, and then jump on it for another hour at some point. Like,
Yeah,
obviously you
I
sent me
feel
that
like
link
it's one of
to-
those things. Well, I need to engross myself in it for a day.
Yeah, I suppose.
Otherwise,
Yeah,
I'll just get frustrated that I'm not making any progress and sack it off.
it's very true.
Yeah.
I tried downloading Ableton after like seeing Cody Ko's, actually Spock's videos. He's friends
Oh,
with
yeah.
Cody Ko, who's also a YouTuber, and yeah, I can't. I can like come up with good like drum and bass tunes in my head. I don't know why drum and bass, but like the like I can just think of a really good arrangement, but I can't.
Why don't you just do it all a
into
cappella
practice.
then?
Well, do you know what?
And then
Obviously,
piece it together on Premiere?
I was actually thinking of doing it, mate, making an album a cappella drum and bass. But no, I'm just not very good at music software. So
Yeah, I don't know if I'd have the brain to like think of good beats.
that's the thing. It's like
I feel like my
it's
head
more than
thinks too
just-
logically about stuff.
Yeah, you couldn't, mate. It
And I
depends
think,
what beats
okay, so
you're
I need to
doing.
put this at so many seconds after this, and do you know what I mean?
Well, that's good because you need to learn how to like. You need to learn like the structure of a bar and like basically, if you don't have any
The structure of a bar.
knowledge on that, then you're gonna struggle in terms of timings and like time signatures and like half beats, off beats, that sort of shit. Like
Right.
putting hi hats on the off beats and stuff. Like if you don't know what an
Yeah.
off beat is, and you're kind of fucked. And the off beat is obviously just just off the beat. You know what I mean? Like, no, but you have to have some knowledge, and it is very technical and it is logical.
Yeah.
So I don't think you'd struggle. I just think you have to give it the time. I wouldn't enjoy it because I'm not like that. I just want to see results quick. That's why I really like video editing, because give it like a few changes and then like you're already making progress on something. It's really cool.
You can see how it progresses as you make the changes, can't you?
Yeah, and it's just very depending on what project you're on, it's just very digestible in terms, not digestible. I've used that word twice today. Like you could basically just get it done quite quickly. You can get it done quite quickly, and you don't have to spend so long on something, and it doesn't get boring. It's always quite refreshing.
The beauty of video editing, eh?
Yeah, man, it's
The
good.
beauty of video
That's why I don't
editing.
like film making, like production, because you never get to see what you've just done on the day until the editor's done it. If you're like a cameraman, do you know what I mean?
See, but I love film making when I know I'm editing.
Yeah, of course, that's completely different because you shoot to edit and
Yeah.
stuff. So, yeah, that's
so
different.
good.
Yeah, it's
Love
good.
it. Like yeah, filming the music video and stuff. That's
Yeah.
always so fun. I
Yeah.
love
Well, we'll
that.
have to do another one once this is over.
It's fun for me, not for you, when you're like running around in mud and all that. But,
Also, I
yeah,
heard
it's great for me.
you obviously released a new video, and you had the story of the cult that
Yes,
Lil Uzi Vert related to.
check it out.
Yeah, basically, I heard the same sound effects in that, the bird sound effects, then at the start of our music video. I thought I was watching the fucking music video.
Yeah.
They're really nice sound effects.
I think I've started to realise like every YouTuber has the same transition sound effects pack.
Yeah,
Because I
that's-
noticed
yeah.
like these same like rises and swooshes in like every video.
Yeah, yeah. For how I work, the way our company does like sound effects, there's like assets for every YouTuber, and like
Oh, right.
so in every one of their videos, there's like certain sound effects, and
Okay.
they're exactly the same sound effects in every other YouTuber's videos. So I think it's just
like everyone's got that boom.
Yeah, and like boom. Like the swoosh, and like but it's fine. The thing is, it depends what you're making videos for. But
that's it. Well, I don't know. It's nearly at half an hour.
It is. Have you got any other talking points?
I do have some other things written down.
Like what? We can just like shit some out. 3 minutes.
I'll tell you what. I've got 3 other things that aren't Tiger King written down.
Okay.
And you can choose what we talk about.
I've not been looking at the camera once. I'm so sorry, guys.
Just. So I've got Sidemen's show.
Yeah.
UFC cancelled. And Tootsie Slide.
Tootsie Slide?
Yeah.
Yeah. What about it?
That just Drake's broken another record.
Yeah, we could talk about UFC.
Yeah?
Or as Geordie said it, the UFC.
Does he say it like that?
He says it really weird. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think about them putting on a UFC card?
Well, they're not.
Yeah, but like, because they are. They're just doing it on an island now instead.
Oh, right, Fight Island. I think I don't really see a problem.
Yeah, basically,
if all the testing is rigorous enough, and
if no one knows what we're talking about, the UFC, Dana White, the owner, I think, of the UFC, wanted to put on a UFC card, and in a Indian, is it Indian American? The way they say it, Native American. Sorry. Arena in California, because it didn't conform to California laws, and it's going to have no audience there, and test all the fighters for coronavirus, test all the people that are involved with coronavirus and put it on. And then the California governor, is it governor? Like,
yes.
Commissioner or someone like that, went above his head
governor.
And to the ESPN owner, and just told him it's not going to happen. So now Dana White wants to put it on an island where there are no laws.
He's a very rich man, and has his own privately owned island where he's going to start running UFC events. Obviously, there won't be a crowd, because that would be irresponsible.
How mad would that be, though? I'm just thinking like Wii Sports Resort vibe. Do you know what I mean? Like where the camera pans in to the island.
Can you imagine like a select 100 like people were allowed to the island, and they could just isolate there until there's a vaccine.
Yeah. I don't
and
know
it's just a Wii Sports Resort island. All these pandemic-free island. Oh my God. Sounds like paradise.
It'd be really good though, because aren't they putting on sports in like the Netherlands and stuff again?
I know some European countries are loosening their lockdown laws now.
Yeah, I know Spain is.
But I don't know about sporting events. But the SBN put on this this like replay thing of all of Conor McGregor's fights.
Yeah.
And I was watching it, and it was like, it showed the Aldo fight, and just seeing like the occasion, and seeing all those people in an arena, and like everything had built up to that moment, and like I was picturing like us all sitting there watching this moment in time, and it made me so sad not knowing that something like that isn't going to happen for like probably like a year.
Yeah.
Or a bit before then.
It could be worse though, man. Like it could be like it's not ever going to happen again.
Oh yeah.
So you think how long ago that fight was, and how quick time actually passes as well. Like this will be over before you know it. Like this is just the norm now. I said to Laura last night, the hardest bit is out of the way. Like getting used to this. Do you know what I mean? Like getting used to me not seeing her, and getting used to me not being able to go anywhere. Like I'm used to it now, and if it's for another month, then it's for another month. Like I'm in it, so I'm not. Obviously, I want to get out of it, but I feel like, I don't care if there's no sports on TV. I don't care if there's anything. Like I do care, but I don't care as much as I did 3 weeks ago.
I'm not sitting here like I'm not sitting there like dwelling on it, but when I was watching that replay, it made me think about it. Yeah. If you know what I mean?
I'm dwelling on it. It's just fucking horrible. But like, so many people were in worse positions and stuff. Like, I was supposed to be going to like Amsterdam, Spain. I've seen Queen in Manchester. Seen Queen in the O2. Seen Harry Styles. It's a big year, man. It's a really big year. But that's all just next year, and that's fine. That's fine.
That's fine.
That's fine.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah.
2020 is such an awful start to a decade.
Cancelled. Cancel the decade, I say.
Yeah, man. Well, the year is definitely a write-off. What a YouTube reel I'm going to do this year, eh? Absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
You'll do nothing.
I mean, it can't get much worse than last year, to be fair.
I'm looking forward to that. Should we end it there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
look, it's another week in lockdown. We hope you're all staying safe. We hope you're all staying safe. We hope you're all staying home. Don't be a dickhead. Don't go and see your girlfriend. No, I haven't seen her in a while. Like, we're all struggling. Scott, I know you're struggling.
What?
With you? Oh. Sorry, mate.
I'm thriving. I'm exercising every day. The diet's still on the ropes. Always will be. I've been more productive than ever. The channel shows that.
Yeah.
And I'm saving money.
Really?
So, well, I've got enough to spend it on. I'm not going spoons every weekend. So.
Yeah, but I had a loan come through, and I'm just like, I could do that, could do this, could do that, don't need it.
What are you buying? What do you need?
Clothes, man. Like, lots of clothes.
To wear out to the club.
You know, I'm obviously preparing for the summer. But no, I got like shit like linseed oil for my... I basically built a TV stand out of like wood, and I've got linseed oil. I made them
my God. You're the kind of guy, right?
I've got beard oil, beard growing oil on my face right now.
You're going to get too drunk. You're going to go home and... Like this is when you're like full-time job, getting like comfortable, you know.
Yeah.
You're gonna go out, have a few beers, come home a bit tipsy, and you go have a little browse on eBay, and then the next day there's 2 grand pianos turning up at your door.
Mate, that would be so sick. Grand piano. That's one thing I will buy before I die. A grand piano. Oh,
2?
Mate. Not 2. That's a bit. That's a bit excessive.
I heard that actually happened on one of the podcasts I listened to. They got drunk.
Fuck. Why'd you want
bought 2 grand pianos on eBay?
Well, look, if you can afford 2 grand pianos outright, you're doing pretty well for yourself. But if you've enjoyed this episode, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment down below saying grand piano if you got this far. And I guess we'll see you in the next one next week. If we're in lockdown still. If we're not in lockdown, we won't be doing a podcast, because then you won't have time to listen to this shit. And we won't have time to record this shit. So
yeah, I only want to speak to Dan when I've got nothing else to do.
Yeah, basically. I mean, same here. I'm not your biggest fan. So yeah, we'll speak to you in a bit. Thanks for watching, and take care. Bye.
Bye.
All right, boy. Cool.
Sweet.